Welcome to another edition of Fantasy News. That's 2 in a row. Yesterday, the Wheel of Time casting news was announced, and to the one of you who managed to somehow miss that, link to that video in the description down below. But getting a couple quick channel things out of the way, if you don't mind, indulge me here, please. 2 things. Yes, new glasses. Go ahead and leave your comments and jokes in the description down below. I very much so look forward to reading them, but these ones are far more comfortable than the large, bulky ones I did have. But in the other piece of channel news here, we officially have channel merch. That includes Pips merch, Fantasy News merch on stickers, mugs, hoodies, t-shirts, posters, pillows, across the board, linked in the description down below, and if YouTube has done its job, linked here under the video as well. The artists who helped me accomplish this, thank you so much. One of them was paid, and I'll go ahead and link their account down below. Fantastic job of getting me some Pips merch, but the other one was actually a community fan member here who just reached out, very good timing, while I was working on merch, and said, hey, I've made some art, do you want it? And it was Fantasy News art, and I was blown away. So thank you so much, Adam Gawecki. I'm gonna go ahead and link your account in the top right down below. I love what you did for me, and I'm so psyched to get this merch out there to people. So if you want to continue supporting me, check out the merch. If you want to support Adam for getting us these designs, really, it was a miracle. I had an artist fall through, and then you just reached out, right when that happened, so thank you, Adam. I have a bunch of my own merch in the mail because Teespring does not give you a free copy of your own merch, but I'm pumped to get it, and I hope to see a bunch of you wearing it in the future. I'm going to try to see how many people at JordanCon next year I can find wearing channel merch, so that'll be fun. Now getting into the actual fantasy news. Green Daniel here, and let's just get started. It is rumored that Ewan McGregor has officially signed on to join Disney again and reprise his role as Obi Wan. It has been rumored this was being conceptualized, but the rumors have now advanced to he has signed on. And I actually think these rumors are true because it is being so widely reported from a lot of different sources. So my guess would be, and this is a guess, we're going to get a Disney Plus streaming movie or TV series with Ewan McGregor as Obi-Wan, and that will be another huge draw to their streaming service because man oh man, are they trying to combat Netflix big time. I will admit though, as someone who in general is kind of burned out from Star Wars, I would watch the crap out of that. And I wanted to include this because it made me go, what? News? The Lightning Thief, the Percy Jackson musical, is coming to Broadway. I did not know this musical existed. It's going to Broadway, so it must be at least good. Okay, all right. I did not. This one stands out to me for many reasons, but good on him. Good on him. I might have to go see that if it ever goes touring. Let's just use that to go ahead and transition into adaptation news. Gormenghast. That's the best I can do to actually pronounce that actual word right here. Thank you for editing that, Daniel. Is in development from Showtime. The reason this adaptation does stand out to me is it has a lot of notable names attached to it, and my personal favorite being Neil Gaiman. I'm pumped. I'll go ahead and link to the article down below if you want to learn more, but we are getting, yes, another fantasy adaptation. And in adaptation news, we had another trailer drop for The Dark Crystal, and these trailers have gotten more impressive one after another, and this one was breathtaking. I was floored by this Dark Crystal trailer, so I actually do really recommend you check this one out because, wow. The visual effects going on here are spectacular. And in Quickie news, we're going to go ahead and say that CBS and Viacom are merging, and this means that Star Trek will be under one house again. Previously, the rights have been split, but now they will be under one roof. That should be what you take away from this, not the monopolization of entertainment in Hollywood that's happening, where companies are constantly merging and Disney is putting out almost every blockbuster you get. No. Star Trek's under one roof. That's the news. That's the news there. That's the news, everybody. And in another bit of Quickie news, Star Wars Episode 9's runtime has been announced, and it will be about 2 hours and 15 minutes if the score is anything to go off of, and that's rather short for a Star Wars finale trilogy movie, but okay, whatever. Good luck, J.J. Abrams, and I can't wait for the score. I love Star Wars music. And in the final bit of adaptation news, a Ghost Rider and Hellstorm TV shows are coming to Hulu, for Disney and Hulu doubling down on their whole horror approach to certain elements of Marvel. I do respect the risks being taken here, and neat. I will be somewhat interested in that and might flip on an episode. I know there are some pretty die-hard Ghost Rider fans out there, so let me know what you think of this adaptation coming down the road. I personally kind of like Nick Cage's like super over the top, insane performance. I'm sure that's not entirely true to the comic character. So let me know what you think of another stab with the more horror angle in the Fear series for Disney going on, because it seems at least somewhat different, and I'll give it that. And now transitioning into Brandon Sanderson news, and we have 2 bits of Brandon Sanderson news here today. I'm very excited to say. The first is that the release date for Starsight, the sequel to Brandon Sanderson's Skyward, a YA sci-fi novel that was a good bit of fun to read, has been announced online, and it will be released November 26th. It is currently available for pre-order, so I will go ahead and link that in my Amazon down there, and you can go ahead and pre-order the book and help support the channel, etc., etc. You guys know the spiel. And in the final bit of Brandon Sanderson news here today, a new Polish edition cover for the Way of Kings has been shown, and it is spectacular looking, very different than the ones we get here in America, and I am jealous. Damn, that looks good. That is a stylized, beautiful cover. It's pretty hard to get foreign editions of books here in America. I will try and find a link online and link it in the description down below if anyone wants to pick that up as well. And in the final bit of fantasy news here today, I would like to cover some of the responses to the Wheel of Time casting news yesterday. There were responses across the board. Some people very happy, some people very upset. And I'd like to get into some of the reactions, some of the ones I agree with and disagree with. Right off the bat, there were some people claiming that every single one of these characters looks exactly like their book description. That is not true. Like, most bluntly, no, it's not. The guy who plays Rand's not a redhead. Like, flat out. And I don't understand why some people feel the need to lie in such a way, but it's also okay for them to not perfectly match their character description. That's fine. It seems like every time an adaptation is announced and everything doesn't look perfect, people freak out and just say, like, there's no way it'll be good. They're totally forsaking the source material because this person's skin color is a little bit different. That is such a ludicrous opinion to have for so many reasons. For one, I would much rather the Game of Thrones adaptation had actors that did not match their character descriptions in color way more than I would like them to have taken out entire characters that were crucial to the plot and the momentum of the end of the series, like removing an entire Targaryen. That's kind of a big betrayal of the source material. So people acting like this slight character appearance change is series ruining really confuses me, because there's actual real crippling changes that could drastically be disloyal to the source material. But just having an actor look a bit different and saying, oh no, the source is ruined, is ridiculous to me. On top of that, I have never seen a single one of these people who complains about the appearance of the actors say, I actually saw them act and that disappoints me. It's 100% them judging the actor by their appearance and not maybe taking into consideration they nailed the part so much that the people who cast the show turned down people who probably matched the physical description better because the actor actually embodied the presence and physicality of the character better than everyone else by their performance. You know, the most important thing in acting. This isn't even addressing, I just saw blatant like racism in some of the comments. Like I'm talking about the people who were bothered, like it doesn't match, that's why I don't like it. There were other ones who were just straight up offensive in their response. I'm not even gonna address that. I'm just talking about the people who were like, if you don't have everyone match exactly, it's a betrayal. But I find that funny because the guy playing Rand is a little too short, and no one was bothered by that. And there were some people saying, well, like, oh, it's sure easy for Moraine to figure out who's not from the town now, which it already was. Everyone in Emmons Field was a darker-skinned white person, kind of Italian-looking or even a little darker than that from Jordan's description, and Rand's ass looked Nordic as all hell, so I mean, Moraine already had a pretty easy time, but there was the possibility that some other of the kids were also from outside of town. So that argument doesn't hold up at all because, you know, anyone can be from out of town in life. People move. That's a thing. Also, The Wheel of Time is an incredibly diverse series, and that is done very intentionally, and it just feels like it's maybe being updated to keep up with the times. So I just don't understand people who get that angry because they're like, oh no, someone doesn't fit my exact headcanon, even though it's impossible for them to. Wait for the performance before you judge. And for anyone who's really mad at me right now and says, no, there's no way, please go to my last video, look in the links in the description. I have linked several of the actors' performances for various movies and shows they've been in before and small short films. And please, just watch those first, and then be angry, because I doubt you can. All of them were giving hella good performances, especially Marcus Rutherford, who is playing Perrin. Wow! Does he fit Perrin in mannerisms? Big dude, quiet, cautious, this aura around him just feels like Perrin. So that's my hot take on that. I'm sure I just earned a bunch of dislikes. Enjoy that. This has been your episode of Fantasy News. Go ahead and check out the merch store if you want to support the channel and what I do here. Do you still hate the casting, not based off the appearance, or even if it is based on the appearance? Let me know why in the description down below. Anyway, guys, like and subscribe if you have not already. Hit the Patreon if you want to support what I do here. And have a good one, y'all. Peace.